Um, we're going to close our show out with Abu from Lafayette, who said immediately after telling this story, if anybody wants to come down south, right? You said les moutons roulés.
Yes, we want
Yeah,
to there.
that's right.
Uh,
Um, awesome. Abu, take it away. We are excited to hear how you ended up in Lafayette and how that was your new beginning.
Good evening, everyone. I'm John. I know I don't look like one, but this tells me this is also my name, so is John. I came to USA in 2008 with two luggage bags and two of my names. It's my first time in airplane. I was coming from Bangladesh, and I was shaking just like I am right now in the immigration office with my passport. And I remember the officer looked at me and took my passport and said, "Your name." Till this day, I don't know what happened. When I said Abu Rahat Chowdhury, he gave me said what, and I just told him, "Call me John." The part that I come from subcontinent, we usually have two names. One is for official, the other one is called by family, neighbors, and your close friends. And John was one. That's how I started with my journey with my two names in JFK in New York, and it made it to Lafayette, Louisiana. And thankfully, both of my names got approved. So a little bit of background I want to tell. Like when I said I came from Bangladesh, or also known as Bengal, that's the land of tiger. And I moved to Louisiana, and that's also tiger land. Thanks to LSU Tigers, it's all over you go. You see that yellow and black stripes everywhere. And you also see some cage tigers. The part that I'm from, we have the wild ones, and we wear a mask behind our head whenever we go to forest because you never know when they're gonna come and get you. Population-wise, Bengal and uh, and Louisiana, it's very apart. Even though they have the same land size, kind of similar, the Louisiana population is 4 million, whereas in Bangladesh we have around 160 million, like the half of the United States population. One of the reason uh, I immigrated is, of course, the security, the lifestyle, freedom of speech, choices, religious um, like choices also. No arranged marriage for me, and of course, higher education. That's one of the reasons I actually was in Louisiana. When I say life security, I remember me and my brothers would go in the morning to the school, and my mom would come and tell us a small prayer because in her mind, she doesn't know whether she will see us in the evening. So it's kind of like a small goodbye every morning. But that's how I started my American dream. Where my knowledge came from Hollywood movies, all those blockbusters, the comedy shows such as Friends, Domino's Pizza, KFC. Those were there in Bangladesh, and I used to like them. And also a game of Monopoly. I remember one of my American friend came from Pennsylvania, and he came with a game called Monopoly, and it was really fascinating to see that game that early age. I remember also that it was around 9 o'clock. The game was very tight and everything, and I just got the grasp of the game, but I had to tell like, "Hey, I need to go home. My dad gonna punish me." And I remember my new American friend. He was like, "Ah, come on, the punishment is fine." I asked him, "What kind of punishment you get in USA?" And he said, "Oh, I get to send to my room." And my question to him was, "You have a room?" And you know, that's my understanding of in US culture, getting to know from different people, the TV shows and the movies. And fast forward to my first day in JFK, I went to see the subway, and my American dream came to reality. And I saw the mice in the subways, the homeless people, the fast-paced life. People actually don't have much time for you, and lucky for me that I was not. uh, able to see a lot of those fast life as I moved to Orlando, where my family was, and I started to see some of the pictures that I saw in movies with beautiful Disney's and Universal and beautiful blue waters, the white sands. The Florida was really great. Some good people and community, but for some reason I couldn't find my rhythm, and I couldn't find for a couple of years until one of my dream for higher studies came true, and I moved to Louisiana. To I got a scholarship in University of Louisiana Lafayette, and I got to study computer science. And I remember my one of my first day, I was next to the cafeteria. There was a swamp, and I was not expecting any tigers, but there were alligators. And I don't know how what happened in the PA system. They started to say like, "Hey, the alligator is out. You guys be careful near the cafeteria." And right away, I say, "All right, I'm in the right place. A lot of action here." And yeah, and in few months' time, I got to see Mardi Gras. I remember all the festivities, and one of the best thing was this baby Jesus. It came in this beautiful, colorful cake, and the baby Jesus is hidden inside. And the fun part is whoever gets the baby Jesus throw a party next week, and it's really really great time. And I remember all these floaties roaming around the streets. There are bids and goodies and different kind of lights, and you jump and you grab them, and it's always good time roll. And it's not only Mardi Gras, there is festival all the time. There's food, music. There's a sense of community over here, and I always enjoyed it very much. Not to mention, I got to meet so many great people. I remember one of my first time I came, I didn't know anyone, and this campus student organization called Chi Alpha, they helped me and took me to Walmart and say like, "Hey, what do you need?" Not, I mean, there is all kind of great people I met just roaming around the campus and downtown area. I met these people who said, "Hey, I have a crawfish boil tomorrow in my backyard. You want to come?" I just got to know him. It's the warmth. It's really good. It's the backyard parties. It's not only for crawfish, the 4th of July or any other gathering which is happening. It's always there. And you get invited, even though you might be new to them. It's just all of a sudden from a high five guy, I became the person with hug. It's really amazing. And one of my fondest memories came from a Christmas party. And I remember I wear this Santa hat, and the family gave me so amazing surprises, different gifts. They gave me these gloves to open up the gifts and everything, and it was just amazing to see the family got bonded through this Christmas party. And in terms of the food time, during the turkey, Ronnie, he came with the host of the family. God bless him. He's in heaven now. Um, he came with this chainsaw and he tried to cut the turkey. I was like, wow, this was amazing. Like the Southern hospitality was at its best, and I really appreciate all the people who showed me love in this small city. Of course, all the good times rolls in. There's also bad times, because this is Louisiana. This flood is all the time. It's over here, and I see that. Well, in 2016, there was a big flood in Acadian area, and for 3 days it rained, and there was a depression uh, in the Gulf of Mexico, and because of that, the water came up very much. And once the rain stopped, I actually went. I walked towards this shelter, and I asked. It was like 8:30 in the morning. I'd say like, "Hey, I'm here to volunteer. If you guys need anything, just let me know." And they said we just post a Facebook message asking from community to get us help. Go to the back and try to pick up the stuffs that people sent us. So I went to the back, and there was a small warehouse. It was still big, actually. It's not small. It was really big. It became small in matter of 3 hours because people were coming all over with so many stuffs, with foods, and it was crazy. Like within 3 hours, we had to put a message, "Hey, stop bringing stuffs." It was just amazing to see how the community actually works towards each other. They take care of each other, and I seen it just last year during the pandemic. We had hurricane two back to back in our area, and the food drives. The people went there to fix houses. I went with so many people. I see they just wanna fix the houses and help the fellow Louisiana people. And even though it was a difficult time, but we were all happy. We were listening music. We were dancing while we are working, and it was just these festivities. It's really good thing to see how community come together, and I'm really appreciative of this Cajun culture. To me, I feel there are four pillars. It's or like a four legs, like a comfy chair. I would say the first thing is the food, and of course, Louisiana, the southern Louisiana, it has it. You talk about jambalaya. I just talked about king cake, the spicy boudin, the hot sauce, the Tabasco factory. It is really awesome. The food is amazing. Not to mention, the second one is the music. You have this amusing festival culture, and it's all free. You can go and enjoy music whenever you want. It's all available. You just go there. They're playing this fiddle, the Cajun music, the Zydeco, where you dance at the same time with you eating food and drinking. It's really awesome. Not to mention the people over here. That's the third leg or the pillar for my comfy chair. My school was amazing. I got to meet so many various department and the professors, the networking group that I met through downtown, and some leadership institution over here. My employers. I work in a tech company, and some of the international people I met. We call it crew with K. It's like crew the Kanai. We have the Mardi Gras reference. It's called crew. And the fourth one is the laughter. I think I got back my real smile. I never laughed so much almost every day, even though this is pandemic happening right now. But every day, whenever I see my neighbors, I'll just go to downtown to pick up something. I met people, and they just make me happy. They're just full of life. There's a community bond over here, and people just want to share with you their fun time. And that's definitely something I did not see. I've been to 44 different states and hundreds of cities in United States. And I have to say that I brought two names here when I came to Louisiana in the beginning. And I got a gumbo of life and laughter in return. And in some way, Lafayette chose me and both of my names. And I'm happy to be part of this Cajun culture. Thank you.